Oh my gosh, we are back in the present. This is 2022, Thomas, coming at you with The Longing. Check this out. Last played November 12th, 2020. All right, let's go ahead and fire it up. Which, by the way, the phrase fire it up is like totally ruined. Because of, wow, it says performing first time setup. It's not the first time though. Why would it say such a thing? But yeah, so basically what happened is that this game ended up being like abandoned. Like I super like abandoned this game. It's like so easy to just like turn it off and play something else, and then just next thing you know, 2 years goes by. Um uh Hey, how do I full screen this bad boy? Is this full screen? Oh my gosh. Okay. We got full screen. Brightness. Am I tripping, or do they all look the same? I don't know. Exit the game. No, play the game. Where is the play the game button? Oh, look, the timer is out. Yeah, the reason I wanted to start at the other screen or whatever. Where is the start the game button? I'm already confused. How do I play this? It's been so long. Oh, okay. My gosh. Apparently I went like right here. I'm guessing the Halls of Eternity are like down here in this corner. Basically what had happened is that I had accidentally like left the game. I was like, time doesn't pass when you're in the Halls of Eternity. Yeah, I have to hold the mouse button down for him to keep walking. Are you sure? Like, really? Okay, now I don't have to. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why I was doing that for a sec, but anyway. So apparently I had left the game on for like 5 days. And I was still in the Halls of Eternity where time doesn't pass. So then like after a couple of days, I was like, oh shit, I gotta go back, and if I'm gonna like not play this for a while, I need to make sure to not be in there. I crawled in here looking for something of value, but all I found was another disappointment. I now have 6 disappointments. Did I never go this way? Is it a dead end? Apparently can't go this way. Okay, so was I smart, and did I set a remember point? Like at the king or whatever? I should have done that. That way when I came back, I could just click there and I would go there. And what do like the buttons do? There should be like a menu button. This is audio. What does this do? It's music, I guess. Oh, it's a guy playing the keyboard. Oh, and that's the brightness. Okay, so the brightness does have a small effect. I couldn't really tell from that other menu. Oh, right here. Okay, so I was very stupid and only made walk to a random place. You can walk to a random place. Was that there before? They might have added that in like an update or something. Oh, is this go back to the king? That'd actually be cool. Let's go back and see if everything is all right. Okay, so dude's gonna walk back. Oh, that's actually super nice that they put that there. Because, dude, I'm in the middle of a freaking cave, man. I have no idea, like, how to get back to where the king is. Okay, so I guess we're gonna, like, slowly walk. I'm guessing they did not modify his speed. He's still slow as shit. But, like, wouldn't it have been really, really, really funny if, like, I wasn't sure if you have to, like, actually, like, save the game. So I did walk out of the Halls of Eternity, but I was like, did I save the game, or did it auto-save when I exited? Because wouldn't it have been really freaking funny if I stayed in the Halls of Eternity, and then, like, 2 years went by, and I thought the time was gonna run out, and be like, oh, surprise, you still have 399 more days, or whatever. So I just wanted to like get my reaction if that were the case. I would have just been like, oh my god, I can't believe it, you know. But anyway, I guess we're gonna slowly walk back. I'm assuming homeboy knows where he's going. Which I guess, like, why wouldn't he? Wait, why did he do that? Dude, he already walked slow enough. Don't be, like, stopping and, like, looking around and shit. There's nothing down here, dude. But yes, obviously, of course, he knows where he's going. But it's just like weird that I just, like, have faith in him, I guess. But I guess it's like, it's programmed in the game, so he's gonna go to the right place, I would assume, right? But anyway, yeah, it's 2022. Holy crap. Yeah, lots of time went by. It's gonna feel really good to get this. This has been like a loose end, and like all the loose ends are like kind of been like weighing on me. Like over time, like the accumulation of them, plus having like, oh yeah, just having this loose end. I've got like I've got so many freaking loose ends. I'm gonna have to make 2023 the year of like tying up loose ends. I could probably do it, but yeah, I don't know why the hell I did that. I should not have done that. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, I'll come back every couple of months and give like a life update on my life or whatever. It's like I should have known that I wasn't gonna do that. Even back then, I'd been doing this for almost 4 years when I made the first episode or whatever, or the first 3 episodes. Like I should have known that I wasn't actually gonna do that. I don't know. Like at the time, I thought I would, but yeah, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Like it's so easy to just like do other stuff. Like I get what they were going for with this game, where they're like, oh, it's about like the slow passage of time, and they got this thing where you have to like wait like a week or 2 weeks or however long before you can proceed. But it's like what could possibly be over there that's like there's like nothing useful. There's nothing over there that's gonna make the timer go by faster. So there's nothing that's actually like helpful. So like what does it matter if you can like cross something that like did anybody actually when it said it's going to take 3 weeks for something to happen where you can proceed, did anyone actually mark their calendar for 3 weeks and then come back and then do it and be like, oh, it's a book that I'm not going to read or whatever? Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of which, apparently this game has Moby Dick in it, like the entire thing. So it's like you can sit in a chair in your room or whatever and just sit there and just read the entirety of Moby Dick. Which I did start listening to audiobooks at work just to help me stay sane since my job is very tedious or whatever. Well, it's not tedious, it's monotonous, I would say. Probably more accurate. But yeah, I started listening to Moby Dick, actually. I don't know, it's actually not bad. There's a couple of times where, like, if you don't know what they're talking about, they'll just go on and on and on and on. And, like, you can't, like, because of the way they talk and the language they use, if you like miss if you don't quite know what they're talking about, no matter how long they talk about it, you won't be able to like figure it out. Like, you know, like if you join into a conversation like midway through, you can like pick up or whatever on what they say to like figure out what they're talking about. But like you can't do that. And sometimes they'll just like go on, and it's like I gotta like rewind like 5 minutes because like the one sentence where they said what they were gonna be talking about or whatever, if you like miss that one sentence, then like everything after that like doesn't make any sense. There were a couple of parts where it's a little bit there's a little like, you know, it's got some pad out the book report vibes, you know, like if you gotta write like a 1,000-page essay and you got like 600 words, it's like, okay, well I guess I'll just add a bunch of sentences, you know. It does do that sometimes, but I don't know, like overall I don't know, it is, the way it's written actually is pretty entertaining. Like I would consider it like a net good use of time or whatever, I guess. They sure take their sweet ass time. The audiobook was like 23 hours and 48 minutes or something like that. So I'm sitting here going like, okay, well, you know, I got nothing but time to kill at my job, so might as well. And they did like a whole bunch of stuff before they even like climbed onto the boat, before they even met Ahab or whatever. Like there's an entire chapter about like there's an entire chapter of like him staying at like a hotel or whatever, or staying at like, what do they call it, inn, I guess, I don't know, I forget exactly what they call him, but when he's like in the town or whatever, there's an entire chapter about like how he spent the night at a hotel or whatever. And then there was a chapter where it's showing him he met a guy that he had ended up having to like share a bed with, and he ended up being like this really like this like strange dude or whatever. And anyone who's read the book, you know, anyone in case anyone who's watching this has read the book, it does kind of seem I'm on a quest of sorrow. But why? Why? What is sorrowy about your quest? It kind of seemed like they were gonna maybe like be gay. I don't know. The way they shared the, it's one thing to like share a bed, but like I don't know. There was a little bit of like I was kind of wondering if it was gonna go in that direction. They were kind of, I don't know if they were like leading you on or what, but it might have just been how they worded stuff. Like maybe that stuff was, maybe it was normal for heterosexual men to do stuff like that back then. I don't know. And then when they had breakfast, there was an entire chapter called Breakfast. So I'm just like, dude, like, do we really need all these chapters just like describing everything that's going on in this dude's life before he even like gets on the boat? And then eventually they do get on the boat, and then they tell the entire story of Jonah, by the way. They just like, it's just like 10 minutes of them just talking, just giving the whole spiel, the whole story about Jonah. So it's almost like an entire story within a story. It was like, it was weird. And then somewhere down the line they start talking about whales for a while, and it's like, you know, they're obviously, the book is about one particular whale, but then they sort of give like a what do you call it? Synopsis? They give like a spiel. I think it's synopsis. Synopsis is the nerve thingies, right? They give an entire synopsis about like 10 different kinds of whales. It's like, here's this whale, it's this big, and gives all these like facts about like other whales or whatever, and like the narwhal, and we believe that the narwhal uses its horn for this, but we can't really tell because we've never actually seen it do this or whatever. And like it's, you know, like rating the quality of its oil or whatever that they get from it or whatever, and like there's an entire section about what it's like being in the what do you call it, the crow's nest or whatever, that like that thing where a person, oh man, I don't know like boat words. There's like the main mast, and then there's like that round thing that like goes around it, and then a person like keeps watch with like a little like handheld telescope thingy. I want to go home and sleep until it's all over. Well, it might be all over here pretty soon. We're like, there's a chance that we're just gonna walk all the way there, and he's gonna be like, okay, I'm awake now, good job. Man, I wonder if anyone played this game as intended. Yeah, I don't know. I'm totally like, I mean, you can get stuff and like decorate a room, but it's like, it doesn't, none of the stuff like does anything except you can read the books. So when it comes to like, I was never much of like a decoratey kind of guy. Oh wait, I can pick up this book. Hey look, gameplay. I hope to get a chance to read them first. I now have 14 books. Yay! Can I pick up this one? Pick up this book too. Is that a book? Or is that a rock? Can't tell if that's a flat rock. Alright, yay. Oh, god damn it. I have to, oh, can I just click on... Okay, clicking on this does nothing. Alright. But when it comes to, like, decorating in video games, like, I'm just like, if it doesn't do anything, then I really don't care. I mean, I might put some stuff down that I like, if I like how it looks. But I'm not just gonna be like, here's an empty room, let's fill it up with shit, you know? So it's like, I really, like, don't care about any of the stuff I've been, like, picking up. Man, like, I must have been, like, really far from the king. Maybe it's just, like, one room away. Maybe it's at this, like, bottom room. Oh, man. Wait, I can use a Maddock, apparently. Wait, go back. I want to use the Maddock, which I'm sure does nothing useful or helpful. Why is he taking one step at a time? My nose is not quite sharp enough to carve out this crystal. Maybe I can find a handy Maddock somewhere. Wait, why can't I use it? Don't I have it? Why would it say use Maddock if I didn't have it? Maybe this has to be lit up for me to be able to use it. It is kind of weird to like have the option be there, I guess, but I guess it's clear enough to have it not be lit up or whatever, but I don't know. I thought maybe I picked up a Maddock. Like, I don't freaking know. Oh man, but yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I went through the other episodes about just to like see like where my mind was at that time, and I was just kind of like, oh, it's my life is gonna be so different, and now here we are. It's totally different. I started going to yoga again, and in 2021 I sort of like let myself go, and then I spent the first half of 2022 losing the weight that I had gained. I gained over 20 pounds, so I hit like 200 pounds, and now I'm down to I think 176. I'm back at like a normal weight. You know, I actually don't exactly know what my normal weight is. I have kind of a weird like body shape. Like I'm not like thin, but I'm not like I have like a large like chest. I have like a large like torso. Like I have flared ribs, and I have like a large I have like a large like rib cage. So I think that like that's like filled out differently or whatever. So I think I'm 5'10" and a half, I think. But according, like, even when I'm like 176, if you're like 176 and like 5'10" and a half or whatever, your BMI is gonna be like 20, what is it, like 23.9. That's borderline overweight. But it's like, I totally, like, if you were to see me, like, I totally don't look fat at all. Anyway, I've read that singing is a good recipe against loneliness. La-da-dee-da. No, it really isn't. Oh, it's like, why is the camera slowly going down? I didn't even notice that dude's walking over here. Alright, wake up, fool. I did your thing. What were we actually assigned to do? Were we actually just assigned to wake him up when the time runs out? Like, wouldn't he just wake up on his own? When he recovered his strength? Hello? Maybe he's got to go in here to ring a bell to wake him up or something. I don't know. What kind of god needs 400 days to get his strength back? Oh, I'm here now. I don't want to be here. Make music? Well, I thought it was going to take me to the king. Apparently, did I put that down, or was that there by, like, default? Can adjust flow? What does that mean? I can't do that. Soothing music of running water is calming my nerves. Okay, well, I think this stuff was like here already. I don't think I put any of this stuff down, I don't think. Okay, well, at least, you know, I was kind of curious. I wasn't planning on coming back to my house or my abode or whatever. I was kind of curious, like, where it was. Apparently it's here. I just click on him. Wake up, dude. Oh, I did have it spoiled that, that there's, like, a bad ending. You can get a bad ending, which I'm probably going to get because I didn't collect very much stuff. I don't know what it's based off of, but I saw it in the thumbnail. Well, I was curious to see if there was anything in the Halls of Eternity. Like, see if it was possible to like, get to the end. Oh, I can't click on it. Well, I couldn't click the other one when it was grayed out or whatever, or it wasn't, like, lit up. 400 days have passed. The wait is finally over. How will the king reward his most faithful guardian? I have to check the box. It's time to wake up. Alright, wake up, fool. Wake up and give me my goddamn reward. Wow. Was the music stuttering right there? Why would the There's like no like action on the screen, so why would the game like not be able to handle its game? Wow, the game is actually stuttering. Why? Why is the game stuttering? Okay, I already waited 400 goddamn days, dude. Wake up a little faster, you fuck. Jesus Christ. Oh no, it's fine. Take your sweet ass time. It kind of looks like his eyes are already open. Are his eyes open? Wow. Wow. Alright. Wake up, dude. You know, I kind of was wondering about that. I was like, it looks like his crown is, like, holding everything up. I mean, I didn't know it was holding everything up, but it kind of looked like it was, like, part of the ceiling. Like, he was supporting it. So is that it? Bad ending? My faithful shade, you have awakened me, and I've kept my promises. But you caused a cave-in, dude. I've created a world without longing by destroying everything in it. What? Why? Why create a world without longing by destroying everything in it? Why would you do that, you idiot? Okay, if he really did that, then he was too goddamn dumb to be God in the first place. Is this it? Was this supposed to be, like, epic? I don't get it. It's just gonna be like, bad ending, credits. All life has perished, but we need it no longer. You shall forever rule this eternal kingdom. But there's no eternal kingdom, you destroyed everything, dude. Do I have to click again? Wow, can you imagine if you played the game legitimately? And then, like, that's what happened? Like, all that waiting for this, like, amazing payoff, and then you get nothing. You get nothing! Good day, sir! Like, but I waited 400 days. I said good day! That's it, just God in the shade. And that's it? Just the two of you? Oh man, yes, the happy couple. Hey God, why don't you create like another world? That last one sucked. Why don't you create something better this time? Wow, so it's just the shade and the God. Just gonna exist in black nothingness forever. Like, if I was the shade, I would just ask God to kill me at that point. The longing has ended. Oh man, boy, what an epic, amazing journey. I mean, I don't know. To be honest, like, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's over in the sense that that this has been like a loose end. That I now get to finally put a nail in. Or put a fork in. Wait, put a nail in? Is put a nail in correct? Isn't putting a nail in something an expression? I guess it's like putting it... It's from putting a nail in a coffin. Meaning to, like, to put something to end or whatever. To, like, kill off something. I don't exactly know if that's what I mean by this, but putting a period at the end of the sentence or whatever, I don't know. There's some sort of analogy that fits. I can't think of it right now. Yeah, so am I stuck at the screen now? Do I have to just exit the goddamn game? I wonder how many people, like, contacted the devs. It was just like, dude, what the fuck? 400 days and that's the ending? You couldn't even have it be like, cool? Wow, are we actually done? Are we stuck at the screen? Okay, it ended. Yay! It's over, I guess. Wow. Most of the episode was just walking back. But I guess I could give my thoughts. We are... I don't know if it's just a coincidence or not, but this time of year, like, lots of things tend to happen, or for me anyway, lots of things happen in my life around this time of the year. In October 2010, I moved out of my parents' house for the final time. Yeah, I moved back in with my parents 3 times. I was almost 20. I lived with them until I was almost 27. So yeah, my early 20s were quite the shit show. So it was October 2010 when I moved out of my parents' house, and I lived by myself in a small apartment for 3 years, to like 3 years to the month. And then it was October 2013 when I moved to this apartment, and I have been in this apartment since. So it's been over 9 years. I've been in this same apartment for 9 years, and the week of, well, as of right now, so like supposedly, like assuming that the other people move out or whatever to make space for us to move in, we're gonna be moving to a different apartment the week of Thanksgiving. So like, I don't know, it's kind of the same kind of thing where it's like I've been in this apartment for like 9 years. So I turned 30 in this apartment, and now I'm almost 39. So I mean, I've been in this apartment for, for 9 years, man. Like I was 29 years old living here, and now pretty soon I'll be 39. So almost 10 years. Right? Almost 9 years. Jeez. But it's crazy to think that I was in my late 20s living here, and now I'm in my late 30s living here in the same apartment, and now just in a couple of weeks or whatever, we're actually going to be moving. It's a different apartment. It's a different apartment building, but it's part of the same complex. So like the shape of the place is like the same. It's just going to be like flipped, and it's just going to be like, located in a different place. Is this getting like dimmer? Or am I tripping? Have I just like not looked at the screen in a while and it always looked like that? I think it is slowly fading, maybe. But yeah, so that's happening. And also October is my anniversary at my job. So I always have like the, oh, I can't believe I worked here for 4 years. Oh, I can't believe I worked here 5 years. Oh, I can't believe I worked here 6 years, And yeah, just when you hit anniversaries, it's sort of like a time for like reflection. It's like when I first started this YouTube channel, I had only worked at this place for like a year, I think. Like working at Taco Bell was still like fresh in my mind or whatever. Like I had still like recently worked there or whatever. And now like Taco Bell is like working at Taco Bell is like such a distant memory. Okay, it's definitely fading. I can barely see it now. So now like working at Taco Bell is like such a distant memory, and it's just like, man, now my life is all about boat motors and putting like pieces onto a boat motor, and like that's now my life. As boring as it is nice that there's no more customers, because there were so many things that would just like annoy the shit out of you. Mainly every single customer, and also like basically here's what it's like working at Taco Bell. You go in, and then you make food, and then you get down to 1 chalupa, and then a customer orders 2 chalupas, and that's really fucking annoying. or they'll order, you'll be down to 1 chalupa, and then they'll order 1 chalupa, and then they'll order more stuff, and then at the very end they'll go, oh, and 1 more chalupa, and it's like, son of a fucking, like, oh, it was so annoying, because you had to like fold the flatbread and put them in like a little dropper thing and then drop them. It took like, it was supposed to take 42 seconds, but you'd pull them up at like 30. And there was other stuff too. I mean, I don't know. I guess we just have like black screen, but I guess I'll work towards like concluding this, I guess, instead of just talking about what it was like working at Taco Bell for over a decade. My gosh, this game is intended as a one-time experience, but if you really insist, you can restart the game from the very beginning. Reset. Wow. But if you really insist, they're even like, we know that there ain't no way anyone's gonna want to play this more than once, but you paid for it, so I guess technically we have to let you play it again. It's intended as a one-time experience. Well, technically, if there's more than one ending, then it's not. You could play it again and try to get a different ending. Wow, can you imagine? I guarantee at least one fucking person did that. Just played it again just to get the other ending. I guess you would have to like Google how to get the other ending. Because man, can you imagine if you played it a second time and you didn't know like do the thing correctly and you end up getting the same bad ending twice? um, but anyway, oh by the way, one thing I kind of wanted to talk about. I have after this, I have two more episodes of go back in time instead. I can reset or go back in time instead. What does this mean? Back in time? What's the difference between reset and go back in time? One thing I wanted to just mention after this, there's going to be two more episodes of Exodus that I had recorded. I don't know. I just wanted to have the date of the next episode be 2 years after, because the first episode I uploaded on November 7th, 2020, and then part two, like I don't know, I just happened to check or whatever, and then the upload date was like closed, so I thought it'd be well, I don't know what I thought it would be, but I ended up wanting to upload part two on November 7th, 2022, to have like a 2 year difference between part one and part two, even though part two and three, well, part one, two, and three were all recorded as one like recording or whatever, and I just chopped it into 3 episodes and just uploaded the first one and then let the other two sit there for 2 years. Um, but after this, there are two more episodes of Exodus, and in part six of Exodus, um, there's I don't know, basically what happened is that before I started recording, I was in the kitchen and I just started to feel like existential, and for just like a few minutes or whatever, it just like kind of hit like I don't know. Everyone gets existential from time to time. It happens. It's a part of life. It's something everyone has to deal with. But it just like I just had that feeling for a little while, and I came in and I recorded, and then at the end of the video, I started like talking about like how I felt or whatever, and like I guess just like talking about how I had felt kind of stirred up that like those emotions again, and I actually got like emotional. I like started like crying like in the video, and um I just kind of like put it all out there, um and I had mentioned, I don't know, just I'm really like sentimental about like my childhood and my past and stuff, and I do kind of get bummed thinking about like the fact that like when you exit a stage of your life, you exit it forever, like your childhood or your adolescence, or the 90s, or the glory, everyone's got what they think of as like the glory days or whatever. And once they're gone, they're gone forever. And it's kind of a bummer, But so I was just like thinking about like that kind of stuff, uh it just kind of like stirred up everything. And I don't know, I'm really big into like nostalgia, and I still have a bunch of like my stuff from like when I was like a kid, and that I just like refuse to throw away or whatever. And I still like playing like old video games. Like it just like brings back like there's like it just brings back like those memories of being like of like when like the world was like simple, and you know and you weren't like I think I forget, I said it recently, but I was like, it was before the time when you're like cursed with the knowledge about like how the way the world is or whatever. I forget exactly how I said it. Oh, excuse me. But anyway, I ended up getting like emotional like in the thing or whatever. And I just wanted like, if anyone watches this and then watches that video, I just want to let you know that I'm totally okay. As soon as I like stopped recording, I like immediately like felt better. I think just like expressing it, I think just like makes you feel better. I mean, for me anyway. And yeah, somewhere down the line I mentioned that I talked about how it's gonna like suck when I finally stop making these videos. And just like stuff like that. Like every YouTuber uploads their final video. They either die or they decide to do something else or whatever. And it's just weird because like this has been like a part of my life for so long that it's just like a bummer to go back to just where you just play video games and you just like don't have to like think about a YouTube channel or uploading videos or whatever. And Yeah, I don't exactly know. It just like I said, everything like just talking about how I was feeling like stirred up those emotions, and it just like got it just like got to me or whatever. And but yeah, I mean, there's still like tons of stuff I want to do, and I know the initial like the go to response is to just like tell someone to just like take a break. You just need a break, man. Um, that can be helpful in some circumstances, but a lot of times the problem with taking a break is that if there's something that's making you feel like burned out, like if you take a break, if you come back, everything that made you feel burned out is still going to be there. So if someone works like a stressful job and they're like, "Oh, I need a vacation," or people tell like, "Oh, you're so stressed out, you need a vacation." It's like you go on vacation and then you come back. The problem with vacations is that you always have to come back, and then everything that made you feel like you needed a vacation will still be like right there. And so it didn't actually like fix anything. You just had like a temporary reprieve from it or whatever, and then you got to go back to it. Um, is that the correct use of the word reprieve? I actually don't know. Um, but like I said, I am totally fine. I mean, I don't know. Everyone's got to get their shit out from time to time. Um, but then also, I don't know. I think that some of my like friends and family are like subscribed to my channel, and I don't know, like I'm not exactly sure like what to do with that footage. I have one version of it where I like chopped out all that part or whatever. And then there's like another version where it's like 25 minutes longer of me just like ranting or whatever. Or not ranting, but just like talking with like no gameplay, kind of like this. And there's like personal stuff that is just like I kind of if they end up finding out, then whatever, it is what it is. But I kind of wanted to not have it like be in like a public video. So I'm gonna put in the description of this video, I'm gonna put a super secret, top secret link to that video with the emotionaliness or whatever, uh with the long like I don't know, like what's another word for just like talking a whole lot other than rant? Because rant kind of has like a connotation of uh like going off on something in particular. So I don't exactly know what the word is. And then I'll upload the shorter one with that part chopped off as part of the normal playlist or whatever. So if anyone watches this and then they go back and watch that, I do get like worked up, and but I just want to let you know that I am totally fine. And in my opinion, I don't actually need a break. The people that have YouTube burnout, a lot of times the reason they feel that is because there's like pressure that they have to keep doing it, because if they don't, then they'll like their views will go down, or and then your like YouTube won't like push their content if they don't upload often enough and stuff like that. So they have that like pressure, but it's like I still have like a small channel with a small audience, so I don't technically even have like any of that pressure. Um, I do have a little bit of pressure in the sense that like there are people that are like looking forward to watching my videos. But in terms of like, like there's people that don't want to make videos, but they have to because they have a million subscribers and they don't want to let all those people down. So I don't have like any of that. And in my opinion, like, I don't know. People want to be helpful when they say to take a break, but like, but it's not always like the end all be all solution to like all stress in life. Um, oh man, okay, anything else? So yeah, I just want to get that out there that there's gonna be two versions of that video. So I'll post the link of me being all weird and sappy and whatnot, but you can only click on it if you promise not to be concerned about me. Deal? I'm telling you, man, I'm actually good, despite what that sounded like. You're just gonna have to trust me on that, I guess. And I'm pretty sure the people that are subscribed, or my friends and family that are subscribed, I'm pretty sure they don't actually watch my videos. So they're probably not gonna watch this video to see the link or whatever, to see that I was gonna say to check the link in the description or whatever to see the other one. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's like I don't know. I guess it's like different. Like I don't mind being like vulnerable to like strangers or like people that I know that are not like friends or family. I don't know. I mean, does anybody? No, I mean nobody likes being vulnerable in front of their friends and family, right? I'm assuming, right? Um, But yeah, I don't know if that's the best way to handle it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I said in the thing that I don't like scrapping footage. And I don't like scrapping footage, so I don't want that to be scrapped. So, but then I was like, well, I also don't want to include it in a playlist. So I figured that this would be like a good compromise or whatever. So that's what, like, so I don't know if in the future I'm going to wish I had done it differently. I don't know, whatever. So let's go ahead and click go back in time instead. What the hell is this going to do? Is it going to go back like an hour? Is this just to give you like more time to pick up shit so you can get the better ending? Oh, it's going to go back before we woke up the king. When will my longing end? It's almost, it could end here in just a minute, dude. Okay, so there is stuff we can do. So when the timer runs out, like the game doesn't end. It just puts you back before you wake the king up. So whatever, so that actually is nice that like anything you wanted to do in the game, in case by some crazy like chance that you're completely off your rocker and actually want to do stuff in this game, in case you are completely unaware of the existence of other games that have actual gameplay in them, you can actually keep playing, and you can very slowly walk to stuff and pick stuff up. You can go back to your house and read Moby Dick in its entirety. Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure I think I'm like 10 hours into the book. Actually, you know what? I have it. Let me pull it up. I'm pretty sure I'm like 10 hours into it. Or maybe I forget how much is left on it. There's still over like a dozen hours left on it. 16 hours, 55 minutes left. Jesus Christ. And they're on the boat. So it's like, okay, so they're on the boat. So they have almost 17 hours before the story ends. So it's like, are they just gonna go over like the day-to-day activities of like everything that goes on this boat? I mean, they kind of do. They do go over like the way the ship is like run or whatever. Are they just gonna like go over like, are they just gonna be like day-to-day things that happen for the next 12 hours and then finally they're gonna hunt the whale or whatever? Oh, damn it, I forgot to mention they made a Moby Dick movie, and I was just curious to see like how they depicted it. It was like a 1956 movie, and so I just like skipped to the end to watch like the whale fight or whatever. You know what, for 1956 I think they did a pretty good job, considering like how primitive everything was back then. But I did have it I won't spoil it in case for some fucking reason you don't want the ending of Moby Dick spoiled. But I did have something spoiled that I was kind of bummed about, and I kind of wish hadn't gotten spoiled. And I didn't think that would be spoiled, so I thought that I was like safe. I didn't think that watching that little part or whatever, I didn't think that I would come across a fucking spoiler, but I did. So I did get that spoiled. But then I'm assuming that if it's in the movie, it's gonna be in the book. I'm assuming like they didn't do the thing where the events in the book don't match the movie, I'm assuming, right? So I'm assuming that it's actually gonna happen in the book also. But anyway, yes, I am absolutely not going to play this anymore. I don't know. A little part of me is like curious to be like, can we at least like cross like one thing that had like a time gate on it? But it's like I don't even know where any of those things could be. And I also cannot believe that there is not a map. You literally have to just like walk at a snail's pace freaking everywhere. And I don't remember, wasn't there was like a thing on... Dude, just go up the goddamn stairs, dude. He already goes so slow. How do I make him go up the stairs? Wow, he refuses to go up the stairs. I gotta go all the way over here. Then all the way over here. Okay, Jesus. No, keep going left, dude. I'm pretty sure there's a better way to do this. I'm just not doing it intuitively because I don't know how to play. Wow, then he just comes here. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I forget what was on these music stand thingies. Oh, wait, couldn't you do something with these tiny little rock things? Can you pick up these little pebbles? Yeah, you can pick up the pebbles. I don't know why I'm, like, saying it excitedly. Like, there's no... Wait, did I pick it up? What happened? I don't think I picked it up. It disappeared, though. Oh, yeah, you enter that door. God. This whole area is, like, fucking stupid. It's just like a door maze. It's a door maze, and you go really freaking slow. So, yeah, I mean... Oh, yeah, I was like, well, I'll walk for a few rooms. Maybe there's something that's time-gated that we can actually cross. But it ain't gonna happen. This video's already gone on for too long. It's gonna be, like, ridiculous for me to just walk around and swim across a puddle or something. Or swim across a pool that had filled up one drip at a time. Anything in here? Wow, all the way. I went back the way. Oh, my God. Dude, wow. This game sucks. There, I said it. I'm aware of, like, the intention of the game. And I would recommend watching a video where it goes into, like, more, like, detail about, like, the purpose of the game. And actually, I remember watching one. I remember thinking it was actually a pretty interesting video. I'm not sure if I would think that still. You know, sometimes, like, you remember stuff better than it actually was. So maybe it wasn't that good, but I remember it being, like, really interesting. This is supposed to be, like, a work of art, more so than a game. And so, like, I get what they were going for, but in this day and age, with everyone having, like, 400 games on their Steam library, it is just way too easy. Plus, everyone's got, like, emulation and real video games or whatever. Not saying emulation's not real video games, you know what I mean? Like, physical copies. There are so many video games that it is just so easy to just not play this and to just play something else. And then next thing you know, 2 years went by, and then you're like, oh shit, let's go back to it or whatever. And then you're like, oh, the end of the game. Okay. So you sort of missed out on the intention of the game from the, you know, like the developers intended for the player to have an experience, and you're just sort of like bypassing it by just like playing the game once just to start the timer, and then just like shelving the game, playing other shit, and then you come back and the timer is already at 0, and you wake the king up, see the ending. I almost said see the credits, but there are no credits apparently, not at the end of the game anyway. But I guess we'll end it here. Yeah, it's gonna conclude this video, this game or whatever. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, thank you for watching this far. Please like this video. You know what? Not just this video. Please go ahead and like all Let's Play videos from every Let's Player that you watch. If you watch a Let's Player and you enjoy their content, please like their video. Especially if they're still uploading. I guess if they're no longer uploading, then I guess it doesn't like really matter if you like a video or not. But if someone is like still uploading Let's Play content in 2022, if you watch one of their videos and you enjoy it, please go ahead and like the video, because it means a lot to them. And also, oh, and something else. I thought I wanted to mention this before I stopped. So I had the Camtasia project or whatever, the project video in the, you know, when you load up and you load it into the editor. You can make you can set like little like markers in the timeline. And I had, and you can also like put like a little note on the marker to indicate like what it is that you're marking. Most of the time when I use markers, I don't actually do that since I like know what I'm marking. I usually don't have to make a note for myself. But it was kind of funny when I fired up episode 2 and 3. Towards the end of episode 3, there was a marker towards the end of it, and I had left a note for myself. It said "fix outro." So I saw that and I was like, oh geez, apparently I must have like botched the outro and then like had to like redo it or whatever. Usually, I mean, I don't know, I botch outros sometimes. So then what you do is you just like chop out the part that was botched or whatever, and then you just like you stick the redo or whatever, and then you like stick it to the rest of it. That way it looks like you did the outro correctly the first time. So I went ahead and did that. So the outro of episode 3 sounded normal. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny that I left a note for myself, and then 2 years later, I like used that note or whatever. So I didn't, when I left that, I didn't know that I was leaving a note for my 2 years in the future self or whatever. So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny actually, because episode 2 and 3 I uploaded just the other day. So I thought that was kind of funny that I left a note for my future self, not realizing that it was going to be my 2 years in the future self. But anyway, that's going to conclude this game in this episode. Finally, yes, I know, I'll shut up. Okay, I already said like the video. Did I say subscribe? I don't think I did. Okay, please subscribe. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I will see you in the next game. Take care. Bye.